It's blogging time. So this is what James's jumper looks like at the moment. I have redone the neckband 2 times. I have redone both shoulders twice, and I have redone the seaming twice. But tá sé críochnaithe Anish, which is Irish for it's finished. At the moment, anyway. It's finished for this Christmas. Maybe next Christmas he'll have some arms. That's okay. It's so pretty. Just want to make sure that I have woven in all my ends. I did an extra little stitch there just to make sure that stays nice and tight there, just across the top. And yes. Yeah. What do you think, Beans? Where is he? Mr. Beans. What do you think? It's dark, Beans. You can't go outside. I'll lick my leg instead then. You ready? Mm-hmm. You filming? Mm-hmm. Beans, you're gonna love this. This is gonna be so good for you and your ratings.
It's a bit too tight.
I know, I'm sorry, Beans. Here, let's just put it on as a little necklace. Now. He's such a Christmas kitty. So, I've been meaning to do this for a long time, and now I have time because it's Christmas holidays, yay! But I'm going to twist the fringe on this double wide wrap, which a couple of people have been asking me about, actually, about how I did it. It was quite complicated, and I'll link the podcast that I discuss it down below, where I go through it and I have a little video of while I'm weaving it and all that business. So if you want to find out how I did it, it's called double weaving essentially, and you're weaving 2 lengths of fabric on the same with the loom. So when I was weaving it, it was half this size, and then when I finished it and cut it, it opened out, and I think I managed to do it pretty much. The warping was pretty good. It was symmetrical, which is exactly what I wanted, so that's great. But I left this for my granny when she was ill, and she passed away there in October. So this was with her through her illness, and then I took it back then as a bit of a memory. So there's a few little bits which people were braiding while they were sitting with Granny. So I'm just going to take those out. They're kind of nice because they, you know, it's a little memory of the time that everyone spent with her while this was on her lap. So that's nice. So yeah, I'm just going to be using this little fringe twister. I got this from Wing and Woolworks. I think it's a Leclerc made in Canada. Leclerc made in Canada, and it's basically just something you can do it with your fingers as well, but it kind of hurt my fingers when I was doing it with a few other scarves. So I'm going to use this, and I'll get back to you once I've got everything ready to go. So I've got it all set up. I'm going to leave this little bit and we're going to start just here. I've got a bit of weight on this side. I might actually move the whole thing over and have the weight on that edge. Just using my computer. You can use books or whatever. So what you need to do is essentially we're going to be spinning the yarn at the end here. So I'm going to be, I'll do about 4 and see what that looks like. So you're going to split them up into 2. You could actually do it with 2 as well, but it's better to do it with a couple because otherwise you'll be doing this forever. So you attach the clips to either end, and then you just twist. You start twisting. I'm doing it clockwise just because I want to, and you can see it's starting to want to twist there. I don't know if you can see that. No, but it's actually starting to ply back on itself. So once I have it ready to go, once I'm happy with that twist, I'm going to grab both of them, undo one, undo the other, tie a knot without letting the twist out. And yeah, you can, I'll show you how to do it, how I do it with my fingers as well, just so you can see the difference. So that'll twist back on itself there, and you've got a little burr twist. I could have added a little bit more because it's a little bit loose, but I'll just show you how to do it with your fingers as well. It's a little bit hard on your fingers, so you have to twist clockwise. So you're kind of having to stop and do that. You could also, you know, so it's a little bit more work, but you can do it. A lot of people do like doing this by hand. I do not. I think they're the same sadomasochistic people who like weaving in ends. Who are these people? I know some of them, so that's okay. Another way you can do it actually is by putting it on your thumb like this and actually twisting it like this and moving it back that way. But the only thing is you could end up with a lot. And you have to keep them separate because you don't want to end up twisting them together. They do have to stay separate until they ply back in the other direction. See what I mean? It takes a little while. So let's see what that does. I think this is going to be a bit too loose. I'll just hold it there. No, that's not too bad. That's pretty good. Yeah. So you can see this is quite tight down here and too loose up here. So I might need to do a little juggling there, but nobody's going to be looking too close. So there we go. There's some twisting, so I'm going to get on with that and I'm going to do a time lapse of it so you don't have to be super bored. So that's one side done. They're all twisted up. I might give them a little soak so they could hang a little bit straighter. And I might actually, because they're all twisted up now, I feel better about putting it into the washing machine. This wrap is quite, it's made of superwash wool. So it's a little bit slippy and I can see little bits being pulled here and there. So I'm going to put it into the washing machine and I might try the dryer as well, just to kind of, it's a little bit see-through and I want it to be a little bit more structurally sound. So I might try that and see how we go. Yeah, so that's one bit. So it does, because it was getting caught a little bit. So that looks nice, doesn't it? Now the other side is less likely to get caught because I did this kind of macrame edge and I'm not sure what to do with that. I might twist it. Yeah, I might actually, just to even it up on both sides. They're going to be a little bit different, but that's okay, because they could start unraveling and it might just look a little bit neater. What do you think? I might leave it for now though, because I'm a bit like, ugh, twist it out. I like this and I like this. Maybe I'll have two sides. What is stopping me? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. We're watching the Disney Channel today. I love it. So yeah, I could have two different sides. Cute. Now it's time for some tea and some sweeties. Yum, 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 yum. Yesterday I also finished spinning my my yarn that I got from John Arbin, and they just put it up on their Instagram today that it's called Siren, and they've just done another batch of it, so it is actually available on the John Arbin website, I think. pop over anyway. But what I did was I finished plying, but the bobbin wasn't full yesterday. So this bobbin was way fuller than the other one. So I actually attached, I attached the end of this first bobbin to the last little bit of the yarn, and I actually ran it through the spinning wheel really fast, really high, but so I didn't add any twist. It was just running through. And so now I've got I'm just going to weigh these and kind of see if they're both even, and if they are, then I'm more likely to get in kind of equal yardage on each. Even if I don't, it's fine. But yeah, so they're actually both attached. So we're gonna see how that goes. I don't know where the weighing scale is. I used it there a minute ago. So I'm just gonna test. So each of these bobbins are on their own are 50 grams. So that's 173. So I'm just going to check on the other 153. So actually I might run through another little bit just to get it up to 173, or like, you know, to get it more equal. So 173, 153. So if they're around 160 each, I'd be happy with that. I run the risk now of filling it up too much that it falls off the edge. And I don't think that it's worth the risk, because I still have like this much to put on a bobbin. Problem is I don't have any free bobbins, so I'll have to take this off. So it'll be 2 skeins. And I knew that, but in my brain I was like, just try it. Try get it all on. Just try, Grace. It never works, Grace. Especially not with 300 grams. I think it's actually only 200 grams. In my head it was 300. I think it was 200. It makes sense that it was 200. I should have waited. I did not. I'll wait at the end and then we'll know. The niddy-noddy time has arrived. Are you excited? My arms are not excited. But time-lapse is exciting because it looks like I did it way faster. But I'm desperate to get this done today. I need to get this done today. Once I start plying, I have to finish it. I must. Oh. So, I'm just about to start my niddy-noddy, but I just wanted to show you how I set up my wheel while I'm taking yarn off. I like to leave it on the bobbin. Let me show you. So I've turned my wheel. Normally that wheel is facing this way. So I've turned my wheel so the wheel is parallel to my legs. And I have my Scotch tension hooked around 2 of these hooks, of these flyer hooks I've taken off the drive band so that the bobbin can spin freely. So this allows the flyer to stay in the same place. The tension is holding it there. And I've taken the flyer band off so the big wheel doesn't twist and nothing is kind of going to be complicated. So yeah, and it just, the only problem is sometimes it gets stuck on these little hooks down here, which is why if you see, I've turned these two hooks up to hold on to the Scotch tension and the rest of the hooks are facing down. It just helps kind of avoid too much tanglage, but there will be a little bit of tanglage, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. All right.
To time lapse.
Okay, so we're done, and that's super shiny. Oh my goodness, this light. I love it though, the sunshine. Oh, so nice. So I'm just going to undo this a little bit and unply it, because I think I'll just unply this tiny little switch and then it should come out. Because I love keeping my my leader thread on there. Just makes, oh my gosh, why are you being difficult? There we go, that's it. So then when you've got your beautiful, shiny, pretty arms, you just tie it. So this has come, actually, I'm gonna tie, it always happens like this. Oh, I don't know why this always happens, but I always want the ends to be on the opposite sides of the loop, but it's never. So this time it's actually matched up perfectly, so I can just have one tie. So that's grand. I'll just go through and do a figure of 8. And there we go. I might just do a little loop there. So I can use every tiny scrap. So that is the first bit. I'm going to leave it on the Niddy Noddy. It's super shiny. I wonder how much it is. I don't want to take it off and then put it back on again. So I'm going to leave it on the Niddy Noddy while I apply the second 2, and then we'll find out how much it is. It looks like it's probably only 200 grams. I don't know what I was talking about, but I'm hoping. Right, so I have these 3 left, right? I'm hoping that this one will have, one of these will have something left over, and I'm going to apply that something with this blue. As a, just it might be something, it might be enough to do something with, it might not, I don't care. And then I'll apply this blue on itself, the rest of the blue on itself. That's my plan anyway. In the meantime, I'm watching Amy Beth, Zoe of Pins and Needles, and Mina. Mr. Beans? Hello. James has gone to the shop to get some bits and bobs for me, because I had to give him ideas about things for me to open under the tree. He was like, I don't know. I was like, maybe a few of these, I don't know, whatever. So yeah, I'm watching some podcasts while he's gone, some vlogmases while he's gone. Do you like my light mustache, light beard? Anyway, yep, I think that's enough time lapses for today. I've probably got about 60 minutes. I love having days off. So, I've plied the whole lot. The whole dang shebang. So I had this is, I think this is about 200 grams or 200 and, oh, hang on.
178.
What, is that what it said? Is that what I said?
That's what it said on the machine.
When?
You had it all on there.
That was 278. Yeah, let's say this was 200. Anyway, say it was around 200. Because,
I'm completely guessing by the way.
oh, you're such a pooper. You're a pooper head. So I had approximately about 50 grams of this, or 45 grams of the dark blue. So I marled the dark blue with the siren for this 50 grams. This is 25 grams, this is 50 grams, and this is 200 grams. Now, I haven't measured it or anything yet because I want to wash it, and then I'll measure the yardage on it. I might have enough for a jumper, maybe. I'm thinking that blue for the neckline, then the marled blue for the yoke, and then the rest for the body, and then we'll see whatever's left over for the sleeves. I'll do something like cap sleeves or something. I love it. So yeah, I might get something out of this. I think it's between a fingering and a sport, so I should get enough out of this for something garment wise. I can't believe it. I did it. I spun it all. It was super pretty on the bobbin, so I took loads of pictures of that. I'm going to take some pictures of the skeins now, and then I'm going to put it into soak, just like you block a garment. Yeah. You going to help Mummy? Oh my god, I'm a cat mommy. So I'm just opening out the skeins and putting them in. Oh yeah, one-handed, that seems reasonable. Okay, let's do this. Try not to drop the phone in the water. Okay, good plan, good plan. We did it that far, excellent. Okay, next one. They're getting more and more curly as they went down. The dark blue, the woad, is actually quite a lot thinner than the other two, so that's why I'm thinking neckline and ribbing or something, you know, in smaller needles anyway. So yeah, we'll see about that. No, Beans, my poor baby. Are you all sad? God, those colours look amazing in the water, don't they? Incredible. So it's time to see what the story is. Oh, I don't think there's any colour seepage. Oh gosh, I should have got it. Let's do this. Wine glass. Let me just get some of this out, and hopefully it's doing the rightish circles. Yeah. It's lost its shine completely, but I hope that'll come back. Gosh, it's very green in this. Can you see? Completely lost its shine. That'll come back, right? That'll come back. So again, this is Siren and Woad from John Irvin. Now, put it into my white night, and it's plugged in. I'm just going to close the lid, pop a thing underneath there, and sit back. Oh no! No! Panic stations! Creepers, creepers. Okay, so it stopped dribbling-ish, give or take. I'm just going to take some of this out. There's that shine back. Oh, pretty. Look how shiny it is. Sorry about my dirty floor. we're going to ignore that. It's been miserable weather. So pretty. So this is going to hang now. You can actually see that they are pretty much hanging straight. The only one that's not is the blue woad, which had a bit more twist in it anyway. So I'm just going to put a bit of weight onto those, hanging onto the dryer here, and a multitude of hangers. I've thrown it all on the one hanger, but then I've hung them all individually. I use these bottles because they're like hooks and they're handy. They're always around, you know, like little oven cleaner and bits like that. I'm sad to say that this job is mostly what these cleaners are used for. Ara, who has time for cleaning when you could be spinning? Sign out there tonight. Myself and Beans bid you a good December 22nd. Bye. Oh, don't fall.